Hi and welcome back to the final instalment of the baking of cupcakes. This tutorial number 3, will be showing you how to prepare your buttercream, how to pipe it onto your cupcakes, and finally how to decorate them. I don't normally suggest certain products. I'm not for branding or mentioning certain brands, but it is important when making buttercream that you use a good brand of butter. Try not to use the low-fat spreadable products, simply because when you add the icing sugar it turns into a runny goo. So I wouldn't use those products, but a good quality butter will make the best buttercream ever, I can promise you that. So I'm going to set up now and get ready to show you how to make the buttercream. Just wait there, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I've weighed out my butter and I'm using 300 grams of butter, full fat butter, and I'll be also using 600 grams of icing sugar, and that will cover the cupcakes and you'll have enough, so don't worry that there isn't enough there. There will be, I can assure you. So I'm going to start mixing up the mixture now. So I've put the butter in. Now make sure the butter is at room temperature. It's important because if you're dealing with a one that's been sat in the fridge, you're going to have a bit of a problem trying to cream it. So what I tend to do is I cut up the butter, softened butter, into the bowl first, and I just loosen it up using the whisk, and I'm going to do that now for you. So I've softened the butter and made it a little bit easier for when you incorporate the icing sugar. Now I haven't weighed the icing sugar because I kind of don't really need to weigh it. I've done it that often, I already know what I'll need. But 300, 600, so I'm going to add the icing sugar, and I'm only going to part add it first, and the reason for that is I'm just going to start the buttercream off. Now there will be a snow cloud, oh dear, because there always is. Be prepared. I've many a time walked to do the skill run for my daughter, looking like, well, I've got really bad dandruff, but it's actually icing sugar. So I'm just incorporating it here so that when I do use the mixer it just doesn't go everywhere. So I'm going to pause it here and just mix it through now with the handheld mixer, and I'll show you how to go from there. Okay, well, I've mixed that through, and I need to add now the remaining icing sugar. Now remember, there is 300 grams of butter and 600 grams of icing sugar, and I put half in, mixed it through, and then I'm going to add the other half. It's just easier. There's no science. It's just easier than trying to work with so much icing sugar. So again, I'm just passing it in to the buttercream, because it's just easier to mix. You don't lose all half of the icing sugar in the mixing process. So again, I'm going to mix this through, and then I'll pause it here and show you what it looks like when it's finished. Okay, that's about right. What I've done is I've mixed the full 600 grams of icing sugar to the 300 grams of full fat butter, and I'm not quite finished because I'm actually going to be making vanilla cupcakes. I'm going to fill them with my own raspberry sauce, but you can just fill them with jam or leave them plain. It's entirely up to you. So with these being vanilla, I'm wanting to add some vanilla flavour to the buttercream. So you'll need 1/4 teaspoon of the vanilla essence. Okay, and I just pop that in like so. And because it's going into the piping bag eventually, just to make it a little bit softer, you can add a tablespoon of milk or a tablespoon of single cream. So I'm going to add that now. Okay. And that will just soften the mixture so that when you put it into the piping bag, it will come out smoothly and you'll get a better finish. So I'm going to whisk this through very briefly. And I'm happy, and that's done. So I'm going to get ready to decorate the cupcakes, and I'll show you how to pipe. So be back in 2 ticks. Hi, welcome back to this section. What I've done is I've made a raspberry sauce to put into my vanilla cupcakes. You don't have to, you can use raspberry jam, or you can just leave them plain. A lot of people do, especially if they don't like a filling, but I like a raspberry burst. So when you bite into the cupcake, the raspberries burst into your mouth and they're quite refreshing against the sweet buttercream. So I'm going to basically show you how to pipe. I filled my piping bag with buttercream, using the nozzle 1M for mother, and we're ready to go. Now you make sure that you force all of the buttercream right the way down so that the full section is filled, and you're ready to rumble. And this is how difficult it is. Okay, you make a star, pushing, and then bring it out, and then on the edge, just gently, with even pressure, go round as if you were making an ice cream and up. So there's one. I'll show you the next. Make a star on the top. An even pressure all the way around. And a swirl effect to the top. And next, and it's a little bit like a production line, and round, sorry, I'll hold it for you, and round the edge and whip it up. And again, one more, I'll show you. Up, round, even pressure, and spiral up. Actually, I'll do them all. I'll have enough buttercream. Sorry about that, I had a phone call. I'm a wanted woman. Okay, so continue all the way around, spiral up, and so it's kind of like an ice cream effect. I'll do the last one. I'm actually rushing this a little, but it's just to give you an idea of how you pipe. So round and to the top. Okay, so you will continue that process until all of the cupcakes are covered. So as I've made these toppers in advance, I will just show you how quickly you can decorate. Now, I've made a selection because I've shown you how to do the individual rows using just a bag and fondant. The same with these. I even made the leaves by hand using a knife. So, and these are just from cutters. So I'm going to do 2 of each. So for the individual rows, pick up your rose and place it. And place it. So them 2 are done. Thank you very much. The next are going to be the 2 rose toppers, and again, place it. Okay. The next, and you place it. Okay. And the last are just some flower cutters. So I'm just going to put them on. No particular style, I suppose. That should do. And then I just usually plop these on. That's a technical term, I think. I think it's a technical term. And you can put as many on as you want. I'm just giving you an idea of how it goes. And put whatever you want on there. And that's just to show you a selection, so you can make them as easy or as difficult as you want. You could even use the sprinkles. Okay, so these are the selection. Now you could do a batch of 12 of the toppers, or a batch of 12 of the individual roses, or just do some cutters and sprinkles. It's entirely up to you. Well, I really hope you've enjoyed watching the 3 stages. I know it was quite in depth, but I wanted to go and strip it back to basics so that you got to grips with how and why, not just seeing me show you the finished article. And I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and there will be more coming up. I'm hoping to be doing some tutorials on how to make fondant animals. I think I'm going to do a fondant elephant because I think that would be great for the kids to learn too. So thanks for your time, and hope to speak to you soon. Bye.